right, guys, this late in the season, you basically have two choices. You can either troll or you can do sucker rigs. I know lots of guys like to come up to Canada and cast as late as they can, and there's that old saying, cast until your lures bounce. But when you're up here in Canada and it starts getting really cold, it's hard to cast. Your hands start to cramp up. Everything starts to freeze up. For us, it just doesn't work. It always comes down to, we got to pick trolling or we got to pick sucker rigs. And a lot of times suckers work up until a certain point, and then once the ciscos and whitefish are done spawning, they kind of push off and that sucker bite kind of dies down. But this year we've had a lot of suckers, so it's been kind of our first choice. But going into this day on Cedar, Dave and I were going to be faced with, do we spend a lot of time trying to use suckers not knowing if we were going to be successful or not, or do we try and cover water? And we were thinking that we had completely missed that bait fish spawn, and we had to make that audible in the moment. And we chose to start with trolling, and unfortunately, that was just not the ticket. We spent a lot of time trolling, covered a lot of water, had one little bump on my lure, but nothing. And then basically with 45 minutes or an hour left of our day, we're like, let's put some suckers down. And then this happened. Yep. That's all we had to do is go sucker rigging. Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna get the cameras. Okay. So you decide to troll for 4 hours, 5 hours?
5 hours.
And I had one little blub 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 on my rod. We come into a spot where, have we ever caught anything here before? Yeah. Throw on suckers, and literally 5 minutes in, 5 minutes. Dave's like, I think we got something. And it was like, it's go time. All right, Dave's gonna grab it. It's
like 40.
It's probably a little more than 40, but it's nice fish. We're not gonna bother bumping it because it's snowy out, it's shitty out.
And it's not huge.
Yep, all right, so go ahead, grab that one. Do you want my rubber gloves?
Oh, okay.
So we were hoping for the infamous snow muskie, which is this picture right here from, it's got to be like 17, something like that. But we will take any muskie we can get on the 22nd of November.
Come on, turn with me.
There's tons of bait in this area, so no surprise there's fish here. And after we're done today, I'll go back to the cave and we'll break down what it is we're looking for this late in the season sucker rigging. Yay, yay, yay.
Nice.
That's a nice fish. Guy. Yeah, nice little fish. For sure. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's put them out this side. If you can.
I can.
Oh, look at the mark on his lip.
I know.
That's not from you.
Nope. Thanks for coming out this late in the year, buddy.
Yes, thank you so much. This is awesome. Appreciate all of these fish, and especially this late in the season, eh, Dave?
Yeah, this is great. You don't know when we're gonna get another one.
No, this could be it until the 3rd week in June, so you appreciate every single one.
Okay, it's going away.
All right, thanks bud.
buddy.
Don't hit the live scope ball. Well, Dave, mission accomplished.
Got another one for you,
All right,
Dark.
let's go. Okay guys, this is a little bit of a different breakdown. I'm not gonna really take out the little Tykes board, but I wanna explain what it is that we're looking for when we decide to use suckers. I get asked a lot how it is that we sucker rig, because it's a lot different than most people. Most people, I was gonna say 95% of people run a sucker as a decoy and they cast as much as they can. They try to bring fish in. Maybe it doesn't pick up the lure, it'll pick up the sucker, or you guys in the States where you can run live pike or some other fish as bait, that's what you guys do. We don't do that. If we're gonna sucker rig, I would say rarely do we ever cast. Maybe if we have 2 or 3 of us in the boat, or 3 or more of us in the boat, we might have one casting. But for us, we're going all in on suckers. So that means we're looking for bait. So the easiest way for me to explain what it is we're looking for is check out this quick video right here where Dave and I see exactly what we're looking for in the water, and we'll be right back. All right, so there's the live scope, obviously, and the spot we're seeing just a ton of bait. Hey, Dave?
The Cisco's are just stacked. They're actually pushing to the surface. We can just follow them around by seeing the ripples on the surface.
Yeah, and the muskies are just sitting underneath them. We've had 2 or 3 follow. Dave got the one, but like this is just me scanning around, and you can see there's just loads and loads of bait here.
And there's more than one cloud. This whole little bay is full.
There's a fish on bottom there below Dave. Actually, that's below me, I think. So as you can see in that quick clip that I saved in the boat, we were seeing Cisco's piled up, a huge schools of Cisco's. The walleyes were underneath them, pushing them to the surface. There was 3 or 4 muskies around there. Dave caught one, lost one. I had one kind of hit and not grab the sucker, or not grab it enough that I could get a hook set. I think if we would have stayed after dark, there's a chance that we would have probably got a couple more fish, or we feel like there was the chance that we would have got a couple more fish. But going back to what I was saying there, guys, we are trying to bring our suckers down to the muskies. We're not trying to use a sucker as a decoy and hope that the muskie comes up to it. We try to find the bait, and all the time the muskies are going to be down below the bait or lower than the bait in most cases, and we try to get our suckers down closer to the muskies, and we've been fairly successful doing that over the years. And on this day, it would have been easy to look back and think we should have probably just started sucker rigging in that spot, but in our heads we wanted to cover water. And I just want to wrap this one kind of up with the point of sometimes when you're on the water and you make a decision and it's not the right one, you have to pivot. You have to make a decision to change it up. And yeah, it's easy when it's just trolling or sucker rigs, but it can be casting versus trolling. It can be casting versus jigging. You have to be willing to make that change on the water and know that you're falling back on your knowledge from the past. And for us, that's a pretty easy one to go to sucker rigs. And what may turn out to be our very last fish of the season was caught on a sucker. No surprise for us. So for us, it's sucker rig for the win for the very last fish of 2024. All right, this is it for us, eh, Dave?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's looking like it, but probably.
Yeah, there's an outside chance that we'll get out possibly December 1st, but I mean, all bets are off on that, right?
Yeah, the water is still fairly warm, but for it to stay for another week, oh boy.
Yeah, I'd be surprised, but we started the season, we were like, the amazing race starts now. It's been up and down, but
Yep, it has been.
that was the latest we've ever caught a sucker fish.
Yeah, I think that might have been the latest we've been out too. It'd be close.
Right there, yeah, right there. But, so I just want to thank Wade and Tracy from Cedar Lake Lodge.
They let us use their landing today and they're not there.
Yeah, we had a quick little look around camp, make sure everything was good for them. So we appreciate that. And anytime you get a fish this late in the season, it's awesome, guys. So
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was
It
awesome.
actually wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad.
No, and like Dave said, there's an outside chance we'll get out next weekend. No guarantees, but we'll try. And if we don't, this is possibly the end. And we said that the other day, and we got out again. So there's always that chance.
But the weather is going to turn.
Yeah, it is turning.
Winter is going to remember us.
Looks cold next week, so we'll see. But for now, 54 buses out of here. Actually, no, you better point to a video.
Okay, go that one.
We're going to go that way.
Yeah.
We'll throw something up from 2 years ago, right close to the end of the season. And for now, 54 buses out of here. We'll catch you guys out on the water later. It's November 23rd, and we've been talking about it in the past few videos. We are on overtime here in Northwestern Ontario. Dave and I got one yesterday in the video you guys just seen. And at this point, anything we get is a bonus on our season. Usually we're all but locked up, or we're locked up at this point, and you just can't get out. But with our unseasonably warm fall, we still have pretty good conditions. Things are really going to change next week, though. We're looking at like some really deep lows. I would suspect that all the smaller lakes will be froze over, or the landings will be froze over by November 30th. We were hoping to get out December 1st. There's a possibility that maybe on Eagle that might happen, but with the cold that they're expecting, I kind of have my doubts. So today I'm going out to my brother-in-law Richard's cabin. We're gonna have about an hour of trolling this afternoon, and then we'll do, I don't know, maybe four or 5 hours tomorrow. We have some work to do at the cabin, so wish us luck. Hopefully things are gonna happen for us and we can at least stick one here. But again, guys, when you're in overtime like this, it's like all bets are off, and we'll take anything we can get. So hopefully we'll see you guys in a little bit.